Yes. Sorry about the interruption. The network has interrupted us. Yeah, but we can continue for those who will come to rewatch. Yes, we're talking about the power of love. The power of love and how it how we use different terms to describe it. Just a moment. Mulaba, when you talk about love, even the evil world fears. Answer kati. Itamuno mugambe answer ya love mugifunye. If someone is asking me what is love, I can answer them in only a few words. Okay? So we said true love joins, true love unites, true love strengthens. So which means that every time you're in a relationship, you must have the three factors. Are you joined? Are you feeling that strong force joining you? Are you feeling strengthened? That's what love does. But when you're in a relationship and you're feeling alone, singular, as if you don't have anyone, be worried whether that is true love. So when a relationship is founded on the true foundation of love, but then you get about marrying somebody for what they are, to be, the book was telling you, the guy was telling us that to be or to do. Anything in life that we're doing, are you being it or are you doing it? So we find that in life we confuse a lot of things, especially when it comes to matters pertaining life. Many people are defining their relationships on their careers. Very wrong. Very wrong. No, Bagambi. Bichuka. Man grows every day and we change. We change. If you don't change, then you're dying. And we cannot afford death. So most of the time, because we are growing, we are changing, we end up so we must find ourselves on a foundation of true love purely. So the 10 ways to describe love zigenda bawa zigenda kuyamba okutandika okulaba ng'ekyo ekintu ky'onoonya mu bantu b'okolagana nabo. Era bw'olaba nga tokiraba nabagamba muyiga okwebulira amazima. Bw'olaba nga ekintu tokirabamu nga omuntu okimulabamu weebulira amazima temmalanga biseera, because we are on earth for a little while. Okay? So which means you must make use of this little time that you're on earth to have the best of life. Anything which is not giving you the best, you don't need it. I always tell people, I am true. When you bring anything which is not true, you've lost it. Because I don't believe in it. I believe that everything must be true because I am founded on the element of love, not manipulation and fear. So the opposite of love is fear. As told about omuntu omwekanga ate ng'agamba akwagala, tandika okweraliikirira what kind of love you're in. So let's look at the 10 ways. The simple words you can look at to define love. 1, love is light. When two people are in love, otandika okulaba ekitangala. Watch it. It puts out light, it puts out darkness in your life. Chitia. Many of us have changed and grown because of the people we have interacted with on the foundation of love. You meet someone like me. People who have read the Ladies' Guide have not been the same. Me teaching you even this channel or this Facebook page, being a foundation of a light to show you where to go. Love brings light. Which means that if you're in love and you're seeing darkness coming, that is not true love. Number 2, love is passion. When two people are in love, otandika kufuna passion. Nga omuntu anagamba, haven't you ever had this kind of where osumulukuka? Nga n'ebintu ebyali biganyi bitandika okutambula. When you meet this person, it's as if something changes out of your life. You feel you're a go-getter. Obanga abadde yebase. Nozukuka. So love is passion. Kitegeeza omuntu aba ayagala ekintu n'akimalirako omwoyo gwe n'obulanga obulamu bwo butandise okutambula n'ogamba where have I been kale baneenabeeranga n'olinga alinga eyanzita n'oteekaye ogamba omuntu asera okunyirira ne weegwanika perfume n'oyambako ku ngoye enjeru n'ogamba where was I? You can meet a person in your life and they kill you without you even noticing it. Passion never. Yali azuukuka tokyazuukuka genda kukola. Yali ayiiya tokyayiiya. Yali alina projects ezitamu ne ziyimirira. Be worried whether that is love. Where love is, there must be passion. Passion. Waki ereetwa amaanyi ago. You are like a youth. I want you to go and look for that movie. It's on Netflix. It's called Something Gotta Give. As in omukadde. Ngaga omukyala yali mukadde omwami n'amuzaamu obulamu bulungi n'agamba nina linga seebaka. The day when they slept together bazuukana ssaawa 3. N'agamba neebazeko ne kutulo. Most of the time we need to experience these things to know the changes love brings into your life. So love is passion. Love is life. Ekyo si just stressing. Love is life because the origin of life itself was on the foundation of love. Anybody who is living, we were on the foundation of love. We are doing so kamba, bazadde bange bayite banjagala mama we yakwagala yakuleka unakuzaala. Only that was love. So you're on an element of love. So love is life. When you're in love, you start living. Which means the question is, does somebody's life begin after when they've fallen in love? Or omuntu agamba nsooka kufumbirwa n'endyoka ntandika okulivinga oba I can even live without. It is a confusing phenomenon. Many people are waiting for the loved ones to start life. N'ogamba mwenange nkyayinze mwami bwali bampasizza nditandika obulamu. There are people like that. So the question is, does life begin after love? Or does love begin after life? Anyway, it is confusing. Which means many people's life change by just meeting somebody they love. It can give you a new career. It can give you a new goal. It can leave you go back to school. It can get you to another country. It can get you to a new job. Many decisions are done when people are in love. So love is life. Love is courage. When people are in love, when somebody loves you, it's courage. Singular, if you are alone. I told you, single doesn't mean alone. You're only alone when you are lonely. Okay? But when you are lonely, ngatoyina anybody to share with life. Fear engulfs you, no gamba, namalako ntya, that fear. Okay? So love brings that courage. It's the opposite of fear. Love is harmony. When two people are in love, they become very harmonious. Those are different words and different verbs defining one word, love. Love. If you're finding harmony in somebody, no kaba wembeera ne jeno no mpulira emirembe. Harmony. It's love. We shall have a show about, how can I say it? Many people fall in love by accident. Ngatamanyi nakumanya nti love yagituuka mudda. Tati wategera nti love agituuseemu. It is like a process. N'omuwuliramu harmony, n'omuwuliramu courage, n'omuwuliramu passion, n'omuwuliramu obulamu. Before you realize ngagamba, we are just friends. All the definitions around is love. Ogambye omuwuliramu harmony, yes. Omuwuliramu courage, yes. We are very passionate, yes. We have shared dreams, yes. So what is left? Most of the time, people come to us counselors that are sure because when you're trying to define true love, you define it with a series of many words. It is not in one word. Love, I love you up. Light, passion, life, harmony, courage, joy. Love is progress. When you fall in love with someone, you must progress. Bolabanga tewali progress. Wabula mugamba muyina enkolagana. Nitewali nkulakulana. You better ask yourself what that relationship is all about. When you are in love, there must be progress. If you come to the Ladies Guide channel and I'm not growing you, nga gokuja wajja wano twina kyokyuseeko wabula nga bula kutaano obeera wano n'ogenda ku channel yange n'olaba videos n'osiganga wooli kitiga sirina mugaso. It is better you write me off. So even love is progress. When two people are in true love, there must be progress. I told you the title Ladies Guide was chosen by my husband, not me. In fact, in a bathroom. Naga, why don't you call it Ladies Guide? Ladies Guide. I didn't pick the rhythm first. But then when I looked at the word, wow, it's even short. It's even short. And then there was progress. It wasn't my word. So most of the time, there must be progress. So if we are talking about love this time, don't even think about man and woman. Look about friendships you're in. Look about even where you're working. If there's no love, you're wasting your damn time. As long as it's manipulation, it will never lead to anything serious. Where would it amazima? So love, there must be progress. Love is eternal, everlasting. Eribeerawo eri ate terigwawo. Kitegeeza ne bw'ofa n'ova ku nsi kuno. The love you have towards me will be the same. It is not killed at death. Okay? So meaning that even the people who, there's a book I was reading, it's a spiritual book where the guy was telling us about loving angel, spirit guides, who come to guide you in life. That's the on deeper level. The author was saying, each one of us is born with guides. But many of us don't use the guides because we leave them idle. These people love you even before you come to planet Earth. They are with us. So anytime you feel lost in life, talk to them. So the book was so interesting. And that's why I wanted to try to find out how do we talk to these guides to help us. This guide, deep, I am your spiritual guide. But I am your spiritual guide. You may not have your guide. I am your spiritual guide. We are going to look at the fundamentals of love. There are three. And among them, there is spiritual guiding as love. I don't want anything from you. I don't want anything from you, Princess Rosa. I don't want anything. I am just living my love unconditionally. So that is a spiritual guide. So love is everlasting. That even those who die, your mothers, your fathers, your what, they still love you even after death. It's everlasting. So if you lose a husband, if you lose a child, if you lose a mother, the love has not ended where they have died. The love continues even after that transition to another life. So love is eternal. Isn't that interesting? You leave all these other things here, but then you go with the love. And you come back as maybe a guide. Maybe a guide. You know? So, the book was telling us, try to call your spiritual guides. Every time you're lost in life, they will tell you what to do. And there are a lot of stories of people who use guides. Yes, God is there. And God uses angels. And the angels are your representation to God. So you can't go to your boss directly. You go through angels, of course. So these are the guides we're talking about. Okay? So, love is God. Lastly, number 10. Love is God. When we talk about the word love, man, woman, that thing which joins two souls together and unifies you in a spirit of harmony, in a spirit of joy, in a spirit of courage, which means it's taking us to the next level. When you give love and it's not reciprocated, n'oyagala omuntu n'omuwa buli kimu n'omuwa obulamu bwo n'omuwa buli kimu n'omuwa obwesigwa n'omuwa buli kimu n'atakwagala n'ogamba naye talaba, and that love becomes hurting. We are going to the next level. When you give everything to love, when you give everything to people, when you give everything to humanity, when you give everything to your spouse, husband, wife, and they are not loving you back, which makes love now a mystery that becomes now pain. to most people. Never would have been able to who didn't want to let me tell you what happens to you. At least it's going to fill your heart. The basic property of love. Love is a gift from God. Okwagala omuntu kiba kirabo. Katonda ate yakikuwa. Si kikyo. Kitegeeza nti okwagala omuntu omulala ekirabo kiba wa Katonda. It is not you. When you talk about the word love, we are talking about God himself. Why? When God creates the world and gives a free sun, free water, free air, free without demanding anything from you in return, that is love. True unconditional love. So even us, when we're loving other people in life, we look at their imperfections and they will always be imperfect. Human beings, we are imperfect. Kitegeeza nti woba onoonya reciprocation of love agikusasule nga bw'ogimuwadde. If not agikusasule mu bungi obusinga ne buwaddeyo, you're going to hurt yourself. That's why we need to understand this. The basic property of love. 1. Love is only a gift when it is given out. It is not given to you to keep it in you. It is given you to share. Lwampaka no. Lwampaka. Kitegeeza mugenda kwagala abantu lwampaka. Nga weeyamba. By force. Weekube ku muntu agaanye oga gwaba afunamu. Gwaba afunamu ye yaba afiiridwa. Let's just imagine omusajja najja oba guy n'ayagala akawala akatunga sugar daddy n'ateeka mu busente bwe nga ye ayagala ebyaddala kamusanyusa ko kagamba mukuula naye nga ye ali happy naye kano ani ali ku bulumi okusinga akuula awaye ngoba wa ssente oba odo awaddeyo ssente nga expressing ekintu ekyo. I've told you it's eternal. It is spiritual. It leads to progress. It leads to courage. It leads to harmony. It leads to peace. It leads to joy. Kati ye sugar daddy ne watekamu ssente bwati biri byenjogedde byabe ye experience gyabafuna eddakiika eyo. Kati ono atutte ngalowooza nti kisiru. You've lost it. They have lived. So, love is something to be shared, but not to keep for yourself. Kati ngeza kubbakakanya. Kitegeeza nti omuntu waba alina empisa embi. Naye nga oyo yazze. Naye nga wampisa mbi. Empisa embi nno ddala gye ngamba nti omuntu ali unbearable. Naye nga gw'owulira omutima gwe yaguwamba. Nga bw'omagamaga bw'oti tewali. Nabagamba mu decision making. 1, is there an alternative, yes or no? If it is no, sigala n'ekyo. 2, olaba ng'ogenda decision making techniques naziba wa ku channel. If you missed the show, type Mariam Nabuja decision making. How do you make a decision? 1, is it fulfilling you? In fulfillment or satisfaction. Kitegeeza nti ku by'oteekamu ne by'ofunamu kiriwo ekisinga kino wakyo sijja kiddamu. Genda olabe ekisho gye bayita decision making. Otegere nti olaba nga tewaliwo alternative. You better keep what is left. We only make decisions when there is an alternative. Olaba nga omuntu so mu replace, please replace. But if they cannot be replaced, keep that thing. As simple as that. And give yourself peace. Because there is no alternative. So, love is something that is given by God for you to share. If you don't share it, you're dying every day. Kitegeeza twagala abantu abasinga n'obuzibu. Ng'okimanyi nga you even know it in your heart ntayagalibwa. They are not even worth it, but you're doing it for yourself. So therefore, to love is not to take God's gift and keep it for yourself. But if I need love, it is to give it away. Kitegeeza buli lunaku olukya bw'oti gezaako okulaba wabawo omuntu gwokulya ekintu ekirungi. Even if it's a stranger. Olaba nga laba egaanyi wakiri kugenda olunde pets. Give it to either cows and what, but share it. Never let it inside you to die from there. Love is not only for man and woman. Love can be for your mother. It can be for your father. Omuntu gw'olya ng'oli deeply connected to. Yadde tugamba nti eno y'omusajja n'omukazi eya romantic esinga okunyuma kubanga tuli mu passion. Ekyamula. That one is where we are longer. So it is a gift that God gave you to share. Share it with the cows, share it with the dogs, share it with the hens, share it with the vision, share it, but keep it out of your body every day. That is the only way you're going to grow. Why am I depressed? Why am I stressed? Why am I feeling nobody likes me? Why am I feeling life is not happy? You're not giving up love. You are not putting it away. You're not putting it away. If you want to understand why are these people, the Bill Gates making foundations, don't they want their money? They're trying to share love. They have reached at that point in life where they're at the top, and they realize that if there is nothing at the top, we'd rather give it back now. So why wait at that moment? Love timugigaba ku last moment. Gowera omuntu nga akusanyusiza mwagale togaana agambe mukuula gwe tufaayo bwamalinza sanyumirwa bw'amala okwagala ng'ogenda okola ssente obeera happy webako olina osimilinga bwoti yalo ozakuula amadituusa nga okukola ankirako sente zakyo good happy. Make sure you fulfill yourself all the time, even if it's a loving mate naye ng'ali very difficult to love. Do not return hatred to them. Why? Because you're not helping yourself. This is why. So when you give love to somebody and they refuse to reciprocate it, bw'ogaba omukwano oli n'agaana okukuddiza n'agamba akuula bukuuzi n'agamba kinneesibako nze si ya mukazi gwe nali njagadde si naye musajja gwe nali nonze tofaayo. This is what happens when you give love to somebody and they don't return it back. Mu volume gy'obawaddemu, and most of the time they will not return it because it is very difficult for human nature to return love. Most of the time when you give love, they take it for granted. One, because it is a gift from God. The moment you're in love with that person at that particular moment, ngoli mumuwa bintu birungi gwate Katonda abeera naawe. Isn't that beautiful? God and love are one, which means the moment you are in love and you're giving love, you become like a God. That's why many things biba bikolera. Kati oli atali mulava agamba akukozesa bukozesa akula bukuzi aba yepositioninze mu kufiirwa. Most of the time they lose. They lose many things. If you can make someone sit down, woba wali okuddeko, you know what I'm talking about. Ngokula omusajja ojja kola ebyo wafiirwa. Sente ozitwala naye ng'oyongera kufiirwa. That's why senze bakuba tezikola. Okula billions n'oddayo ku zero because the foundation oli yazikuwera mu love. By the time yakuwa yali mu bwa Katonda universe yamukkako weeti n'akwasa billions ze kati gwe yazitwala nga tojjidde mu love, you lose everything. So temukana abantu bwe balimya emitima bwerinda judgment, they'll never make it. Never. That's why when you're receiving something from someone gali under love, be very careful. You're going to lose. Better not take it. Nziramu. What happens to somebody who loves another person and they feel used, abused, manipulated, and detoothed? When you're giving out this thing to somebody you love, eddakiika eyokayoka obwengula bukka kugwe because you're under love. Ne Katonda akutuulamu bw'ati. Kitegeeza you experience love, harmony, peace, eddakiika eyo. Then oli n'akitwala. Bw'amala okitwala n'akikozesa bubi, n'akyabusing, because of the laws of nature are very organized. Zakolebwa teziriko nti oli mwana wa pasita, oli mwana wa sheeke, oli mwana waki, wasoma nnyo, wagenda mu schools ezo bakusomesa ebya Katonda. As long as you understand the laws, they work against you. Yo etteeka ligamba nti wagenda okuule, oli mugyeko ebyokuula obitwale, but you'll never make it. Never. You lose everything double of what you took. Kitegeeza n'okukuula is not the solution. So when you do two things, you had better make sure nti gw'okula gugenda ofumbirwa. Please listen to me. Because at least I have done it and I know what I'm talking about. So ono agaba love, ono akuwa love, yabeera ali mu ntebe y'obwa Katonda eddakiika eyo. because love and God are one. Bw'atutte love naye ng'olimba, ng'oli mu fakeness, you lose jobs, you lose businesses, you lose money. Things die. As a matter of accident, those are all signs that there is love not reciprocated. You're paying a price. There's a book I read, it's called As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. Yes. Yawandika what is the rise of evil? Lwaki abantu babeera mu bizibu? Lwaki abantu baba n'ebizibu? Olinga abeera mu bizibu ya in ya out. Baba balina ebintu bye bakola nga biwakanya okwagala. Nga bwe nkugambye nti kuula kino ofiirwa kiri. Limba omuntu gy'omwagala, playing kundi, cheating eno bakucheatinga. There must be a balance. Life brings balance. So we don't have any other way but to live truthfully. That's why Isaga Kwerimba. You better not lie. If you're taking somebody's money and you're taking their things and you're not for love, you're taking and going to run away, be ready to pay. But you don't remember that you're paying. Your universe comes into make that equilibrium. You know, balancing each into so I learned the hard way, which means that anybody can be truth. There are many ways you can be truth. There are many ways you can cheat to get it, to use love to get what you want. But the rules of love does not allow it. That's why when you find people in Pirajabi say, they are using love badly. They are abusing other people, and then the universe is trying to put an equilibrium. You know, being open to feel. So you better know the truth. Don't be truth. When you see somebody you don't love them, don't take their money. Don't, please. And otherwise, be ready to pay. Not in that way. No, only the long again that no people then payment begins. That's what the writer said. No people. So back to true love. True love expects nothing in return. That's when God gives us everything, He doesn't ask anything from us. Never. It is not true love. So if you love somebody and they don't reciprocate love and they are faking it and they are toothing and they are fooling around, you keep giving and you get love. They mess up themselves. Always. They marry wrong people because they doubt you. Then they are also manipulated because they doubt the right person for another person for selfish reasons. So, me, when someone comes with many problems, I look at you like this. And I want to know the story behind our story. Because what I believe is, when there is a foundation of love, there's no problems. The only problem you should have in life is making money. Giving birth to a child. That's pain. But anything concerned with these deeper issues of life, there is always a banja being paid. And that is what the rule of life is all about. So, toti angoli yakozesa, teyakuwasa, teyakufumbirwa, nadduka, egenda webake, leave that work for the law of the universe. It's called the law of compensation. The law of compensation says, anything you take, anything you do, that it is not in alignment with the truth, will always come back in double compensation. So be ready for compensation. As simple as that. So, temutyanga muwayo ebintu byammwe, oyagala omuntu, omwami wo mwagala bulungi, tufaayo compensation yigere mukuddiza. It's a matter of time. You have to just be patient and be sure that the laws never error. So, I think we've come to the end of the session. Next week, we are looking at the stages of development of love. So, if you have asking yourself any question, what is love? Luzanjiba wa definition. Wegendo jigategategate mutesimeri. Go and kugata to see what definition you have for love. And like I said, we stand for truth. Always, we stand for truth. Do not lie, do not fake. If you don't love, don't love. If you love, love. You don't even need, as long as it is truth. Because that's what the universe is all about. As we conclude, love is giving. We've talked about it before. We've done a show on it. Giving is love in action. But be careful when you're giving. Don't become charity. Okay? When you're giving, give romantic gifts. Don't give gifts which are bribing. ebyo ebintu ebinene nnyo ate bita obusiraavu. Okay, and you know which stage to give what. Okay, so even love as a definition must be giving, but when you're giving, give in bits based on the stages. Nogamba kati ono maze n'emyaka 10 njamu ekintu kyenkanakana myaka 10 tumaze ffenna. So si muntu gwakala mwaka 10 mu ekintu kya myaka 3, you are faking yourself, because love doesn't go like that. In fact, you kill it. You give somebody. Haven't you ever given someone something and they disappear just? I've ever given someone a case of clothes. I think Nengo is in a mua. I think she was my administrator. Nagamba mukaza nyamba zengui. Sicha ine chekula wanu wake kangelezi mubanza abalemo ba nonyemi milala shoo. She took off. In my heart I laughed. And I also said, Nanga nali muchama. You cannot hire somebody 1 week and after you give them a case of clothes. It means the love has gone bad. Okay? Which means somebody must prove they fit what they're taking. If you're just vibing a man for 2 months, 3 months, and then you're giving your ATM card, that is not giving. That is madness. So I was also mad at some one time. Someone makes you emotionalized. Now I'm so careful. And then you give too much. You think if your head is pink, then you destroy love. So love is giving, but in equilibrium. We don't know that balance where you don't give too much to become charity, and then you don't give too little to become mean. So there are those romantic gifts, okay, which I'll cover. I think a show on which gifts should you give on your first date. Which gift should you give in your 10 years of marriage? Which gift? Yes, gifts matter. You can't give a gift of 10 years in 1 year. That is a robbery. They'll rob you, you know. So, thank you so much. And let's look forward next year. Happy Mother's Day. And please make your orders for your mothers. By force. Because me, I'm called to show love and to teach love. And I've practiced it. That's why I'm case about never do. Yagamba wano nchakola wuti. Byengendo kole lokaza mipadde mu wiki emu. Yadduka budusi. Yadduka. Natali ko bulamu upya. Ali mu ngoye empya. Whatever she went, I don't even know. You know? So, let's enjoy our Mother's Day on Sunday. And we have a new program also. I'm going to start a book club. Books for Solutions. Since we have nobody answered the way. How to deal with what I know, who wrote about it in a summary. So, if you're interested in the book club, a jump back registration. Ngenda kwa ulamu abegwerere mbera wano wewe bagenda okusasula bali ba package ndala. So book club egenda kuba based on a book review. We'll review a book nemba buli ekyalimu to give you that momentum of either you read it, but me I can summarize the book in only few minutes. We know what judgment you. So if you're interested in the book club, please registration go to my inbox. Okay, there is a payment, very little fees. For that time, about 2 hours of the day, 1 day a week, then we go to next week. So the aim of the book club is to grow you mentally. What you talking about? 2037, yeah? Many of things you must come to that position in life where answers are like this. What makes people find decision making difficult is because they don't have the foundation of the mindset to make the decision. You can only make that foundation of the mindset through information. That's where we are now. In information is what we need. Anybody can make money, but information is a problem. So the book club is going to be mostly on which book you can read, what they talk about it. Me, I can summarize it because I've read many of them, and then we discuss about it. You listen, then you go. Either you read the book or you just wait for me to talk, because I'm a very good orator. I can narrate a story of the book like in 20 minutes. Then I can sum it up what the author is all about. Because I am so passionate about books, and the fact that I read so much, I don't see why I can't share it. I am having a problem with raising a brilliant son. There's a book written. Somebody who doubts books, there is no information in life better than reading, because it grows your brain. The information becomes so wide, because now imagine every question someone asks, I have an answer based on who wrote it. Someone said this somewhere. So I want a generation of such women where someone says, someone said this, because by the time somebody writes something and it's endorsed in a book, they have an experience, they mean what they say, which means you are better listen and wait for that experience in your life. So thank you so much, and see you again next week. The fundamentals, the stages, how love develops. Etandiketya, egwera wa. Katotegere which love to give. Okay? Remember, we looked at the kinds of love: compassion, passion, romantic, etc. But now we're going to look at the development stages, because even love develops. It's like trust. You can't just say I love you, then we are in it. Yes, I love you, love me, let's enter. It comes softly in stages. You get deeper and deeper, and then you get intertwined. Okay? So if you follow the stages, morning of the relationship, I don't even know the girl. Then I give out too much, and then the girl just took off. Then I was like, really? So let's look at how love develops and the stages. And also not keeping friends who are male friends. Then the actions are like, for a lover, you're sharing dreams, aspiration, plans, pains, happiness, and then you're friends. And then you don't know, are we friends, are we lovers? Then the intense feeling comes, and then you end up seeing them gone, or somebody taking you, and then you're sharing life with someone else, but then someone else is marrying you. What is that? That confusion. We shall deal with it next week. 5 p.m. East African time. Please join us and share that information. Love you. Meet you next week.